Lots of writers do betrayals, sure, but Lapena somehow makes you feel like you shared Avery's initial blind, that you bought the perfect picture.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to really get under the skin of complex topics and pull out what matters most. Today we're diving into psychological suspense. Specifically, Shari Lapena's novel, She Didn't See It Coming. We've looked at descriptions, summaries, basically trying to get a feel for it. And our goal here, our mission for this deep dive, is to figure out how Lapena, who's just brilliant at this, builds a story that tears down a perfect life and, makes you question the people you think you know best. We want to understand the mechanics behind it all. Okay, so let's get into it. How does she make us doubt everyone without, cheap tricks? And what really happens when that perfect life turns out to be, well, just a pile of secrets?
It's a great question, and it taps right into something, doesn't it? That human fascination with what's hidden, especially inside relationships. Psychological suspense just lives on that. And Lapena, she's got this knack for hitting those nerves, The anxiety about trust, about appearances, makes the everyday feel suddenly unsafe.
Totally unsafe.
Yeah.
So the book starts with Avery Mason. She seems to have, everything sorted. Smart, capable. Her life looks perfect from the outside. You get this picture of total domestic bliss and stability.
And that perfect life setup, it's classic, but Lapena uses it so effectively. It's not just background. It's like she's setting up this beautiful, perfect thing specifically so the reader invests in it before she takes a hammer to it. It makes the shattering feel way more intense. It hooks you because you see this ideal, and part of you is just waiting for the crack to appear.
And boy, does it crack. That perfect image, it's incredibly fragile. The thing that really breaks it open is when her husband, Tom, is found dead. And the circumstances are, mysterious. At first, it looks like just a terrible accident, a tragedy. But that's where Lapena starts her real work, isn't it?
That's the pivot. That accident is the doorway. It lets her start peeling back the layers, not just of the plot, but of who these people really are. It makes you think, right, how often do we just accept the surface story? Especially with people we think we know. In her books, it's almost never that simple.
Definitely not simple here, because a detective, Maeve Kerrigan, starts digging. And pretty quickly it becomes clear, Tom's death, not an accident, no way. And that's where the real suspense kicks in, I think. The idea that everyone around Avery is hiding something, every single person. And she starts to think, wait, did I know my husband at all? Of these friends. You feel how lost she is, how completely blindsided.
Yes. And that's the trust and betrayal theme right there. Lapena is just masterful at it. The story makes Avery and you, reading along, reevaluate absolutely everything, every conversation, every relationship. It's about that certainty, just eroding. That awful feeling that the people closest might actually be strangers. Lots of writers do betrayals, sure, but Lapena somehow makes you feel like you shared Avery's initial blind, that you bought the perfect picture too. So when it falls apart for her, it feels more personal for the reader.
And things get dangerous for Avery, really dangerous. She's described as being caught in a web, manipulation, lies, danger. She's trying to find the truth before she ends up like her husband.
Yeah.
And the twists. Lapena just keeps hitting you with them. You genuinely don't know what's coming next.
That constant pressure, those twists, their signature Lapena. That's her craft. And they're not just for shock. They make you rethink why characters are doing things. Often, a twist reveals something about their hidden psychology, not just a secret action. It makes the betrayals cut deeper. Her pacing is famously tight, right? But it's achieved through things like short chapters, switching viewpoints. It mirrors Avery's own confusion. And the dialogue, it seems so normal sometimes, but it's doing so much work underneath. Planting doubts, revealing flaws, that's that domestic suspense element really firing, making the home, the familiar, feel terrifying.
So when you put all those pieces together,
yeah,
these core themes really stand out. The illusion of perfection, obviously, trust and betrayal, like you said, and this specific kind of suspense, domestic suspense, secrets hiding right there in the open.
Exactly. It all circles back to that big, unsettling question. How well do we really know the people closest to us? It's more than just a page-turner, though it definitely is that. It's really exploring something fundamental about human connection, about the masks people wear. What makes her stand out in domestic suspense is taking the most ordinary places, home, friends, and making them the source of the fear. It's not monsters outside, it's the unease within.
Which brings us pretty much to the end of this deep dive. We've sort of unpacked how a writer like Shari Lapena builds these worlds where nothing is what it seems, where perfect lives are just covers and your closest allies might be your biggest threat.
Yeah, it's a good reminder, isn't it, about surfaces? How much we see, how much we choose to see, even in our own lives. Maybe a story like this makes you pause and think, what's going on underneath the surface around me?
It really does. And maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. If someone like Avery Mason, smart and capable, can be so utterly wrong about her husband, her friends, what does that suggest about the things maybe we overlook in our own circles? Something to chew on, perhaps.
Grab She Didn't See It Coming by Shari Lapena, now on sale for $23.95. Don't miss this chance to build good habit and achieve remarkable results. Buy now, today.
Like and subscribe for more Bookhaven podcasts.